Hi, my name is Justin Ashwell, and I've taught high school biology and crime science for the past 5 years now. I've also coached team sports like tennis, soccer, and golf for about 7 years. So, what do I think a teacher as an agent of change looks like? Well, I think a teacher as an agent of change is an individual who takes the time to get to know each and every one of their students on a personal level, then takes that information and molds their curriculum to better suit the needs of the student so that he or she can achieve equality of education. In the module, Teachers as Agents of Change, I learned a lot about academic achievement gaps. Two that stood out to me the most was the contrast in dropout rates between students of color versus white students, and the disparity in the reading achievement of high-income students versus low-income students. The module pointed out that the dropout rate of African Americans is nearly twice as high as that of white students. Additionally, the reading gap between high and low income students has grown to over 40% in the past 50 years. Those are some very sad statistics. So, what can be done? The module talks a lot about three competencies: content, method, and relationships. Content refers to the curriculum the teachers should try to make relatable to the students' lives. Method refers to the way that we teach the content. The module gives some examples of how a teacher can use method to make learning more culturally responsible, which includes involving students in the construction of knowledge, building on students' background knowledge and strengths, and finally engaging students in critical inquiry. But what I really want to focus on is relationships. These are the connections teachers make between students and their families. Before the first week of school ends, I have already memorized all the students' names for the year, as well as at least one interesting fact about each one of them. I do this because I want my students to know that I care about them and that I have their back when they feel that they've been wronged, or simply when they want to get something off their chest. I have found that students who I've built relationships with are more likely to try hard to succeed in my class, are more likely to tell me they're struggling and need help. At the same time, I work hard to build relationships with my students' families. The article, Building Parent-Teacher Relationships, describes the advantages for children when parents become involved, namely increased motivation for learning, improved behavior, more regular attendance, and a more positive attitude about homework and school in general. For all those reasons and more, I don't think a teacher can become an agent of change unless he or she is willing to build a relationship with each and every one of his or her students. After all, sometimes the thing that students need most has nothing to do with what's in your lesson plan. Thanks.